further ado, we're going to fire this thing up. have a little trouble with the trunnion here. I'm not getting full reverse out of it. So, I'm going to play around with the linkage on that because it's anything else I know to adjust. I got it in a neutral position, so anyway, stay tuned and see where we're at. I'm hoping to have this thing, like I said, ready for plow day. We'll try to paint it up just a tad bit. We're going to do a professional job. Steering's really tight on it, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But try to free that up. I think there's a grease fitting on it, so. Alrighty. Stay tuned. Alright guys, here's what I'm going to try to do. If you see this trunnion, see this trunnion here, well, the linkage and all, there is some play in there, but I don't think it's enough to hurt anything. I'm saying that, but here's your reverse, and this here is the actual part you want to watch. Look, there's hardly any movement. Now while that's in reverse and I'm driving around, if I push down on that, you see how much more that moves? It don't seem like that's that much, but it actually gives you a good bit more speed. So what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to take this linkage off here and we'll try to make it a little longer. Make that adjustment a little longer, and hopefully that'll give me a little more. So I'll set you all up here and hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Probably not. But anyway, we're going to give her a whirl here. Take this thing on. Probably just going to see the back of my head, probably. Alrighty, so now after messing with the trunnion linkage a little more, I think I got everything pretty well adjusted there. The handle still wants to slide pretty easy, but all in all it's working pretty good. Little jumpy. Steering wheel's a little, I keep looking up because the kids got their windows open. I keep thinking one of them's yelling at me. Anyway, or making fun of me for making a video. You know how teenagers are. But anyway, lost my train of thought. Oh, so the forward reverse seems to work pretty good now. The more I run it, the more it's freeing up. Seems to run better. Just developed or noticed or started seems to be when it gets warm, it doesn't want to start back up as far as the like heat getting to it. So that's something I'll have to address. I mean, I'm hoping to get this thing set up, take up here to plow day, but I truly think it's probably going to be one of my backup tractors, or maybe even something that's for sale up there. Motor seems to be strong in it. Carburetor still needs adjusting, which I'm no good at doing. Running good enough to beat it around the yard here, but what it did do, I have no idea how far this thing will show. But what it did do is this. I went down through the yard there. Of course, the yard's all tore up. People turning around. And all kinds of cars in the driveway, you can see. But anyway, I went down across there along the wood line, come back up along this telephone pole, turned around and backed up over top. I don't know if this GoPro picked up that far. Picked up alongside that bigger step than I thought. Anyway, backed up onto this bridge up to the mailbox just to see if it pulled itself up on that bridge on that lip. And then I come back down and went down into there and backed all the way up. Come up through here, right up in front of the Yukon here, and then went on the road there and went up into the front yard and come back around. And it doesn't seem to have any problems with the reverse now. It just seemed like all the linkage was out of whack. So now, is that from somebody messing with it? I think so, because like I said, when I got the tractor, the TRUNNION springs and all was going, and there was a piece of rope hanging on it and all this, that, and the other. So I don't know what they did to it, but I mean, as far as everything else, everything seems to be functioning. Tractor seems to have plenty of power. And don't mind my messy backyard. See, our Christmas lights never got put up. Anyway, it had been a hectic December for us. So anyway, so what I'm hoping to do is, I don't have no side panels for that. What I'm hoping to do is, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, is play around with a little more. Like I said, get her dad to look at the carburetor, because he's the one that can really tweak carburetors. And I need a new choke cable. And like I said, the shifter's still drifting on me. Like, you kind of pretty much got to keep a hold of it when you're driving it. Oh, I got the brake on, won't move. And that's something I need to take off, because I had it all bound up anyway. The internal brake was froze up, and I couldn't get into it, but I guess heating and banging it released, so I'm going with it. So, like I said, I mean, so far, it seems to be doing all right. I really need to get a new coil wire, because this thing won't go down on there the right way. I mean, it seems to be all right, but I can't seem to get it stay down on there. It's all stretched out. If I decide to hang on to it, I got headlights for it. I got to get a grill. I just forgot to get that. I want to get gas caps for all of them. My other one, it has the thing in it, but you can't read it. Out of all that this thing needs, the one thing that is good about it, the hour meter works on it. It's hard to read, but it works. I think things got, if I was to look at that, I don't know, I'm thinking it's got close to 1,000 hours on it. So it ain't no wonder she's tired. Of course, naturally I need some seeds, so I have to get ag tires. But all in all, I'm actually surprised it got this far. I went over and picked it up 2 weeks ago. It was sitting down in behind the shed for about a year. never fooled with it. Seen all this stuff going on, decided to pick up on it and try to make it happen. And here I am. So the three major things that needs done to it that I got till April to mess with. Carburetor needs adjusted. Needs choke, cable. And I mean, these are mechanical stuff that needs done to it. And of course, I may have to get a starter and put on it. I definitely want to get the headlights in it, tail lights. I want to mount a light on the back of both of them for night plowing. Probably going to do the same thing with this one as I did the other one. Except I'm going to see if I can find the lenses here for this. I'm going to put the LEDs in there, or at least put one in there on each side. And I'm going to see if I can put the cap back over top of it, where the other one just got the 4 LEDs across there. So we'll see what happens. I do have some paint in there. I wouldn't mind touching it up with a little bit of paint, but I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Oh, the other thing, both of my tractors don't have fans on here. And I'm not 100% sold on it to do anything. As open as that is, I mean, yeah, it's got a cover goes over top of it, but all that air come up underneath there, I'm not 100% sold that they need the fan. As hard as that drive shaft is to get in and out of there for that fan, that's kind of crazy. Matter of fact, there's a guy on YouTube. I might just see if I can find that fan that you can hook right on there and not even worry about taking the other off. So, alright guys, appreciate y'all watching. Y'all take care. Happy holidays. I know I didn't show a whole lot of doing anything to this tractor, but hopefully in time I can do that. Just been jumping around too daggone much with it. So, alright, thank you now.